Yo, what is going on YouTube? What's going on everybody, man? How are you guys doing out there today? Thank you for tuning in. Welcome back to the channel. Today we got some Peter Gabriel. Here comes the flood. All right, this one's going to be a donation request via Buy Me a Coffee. So thank you so much for supporting the channel in that way. Let's go ahead and read through this one right now. It says, "Hi Sean, I would like to request Peter Gabriel, Here Comes the Flood, live in Milan 2003 on his Growing Up tour." All right, Peter Gabriel felt that the original 1977 version of the song on his first self-titled album was overproduced. He made a simpler version with Robert Fripp of King Crimson for Fripp's 1979 solo album Exposure. His later live performance of it, such as this one, are similar to the Exposure version. Thanks again. This is from Lenore. Yo, thank you so much, Lenore. Appreciate it, man. About the song's meaning, she says to maybe read that one after the reaction, I guess, so I can kind of go in and hear it and develop my thoughts, and I'll try to remember to come back to this one after this reaction right here. So let's go ahead and dive into Peter Gabriel. Here comes the flood, man. Let's hit that play, see what's up. And it's been a while since Peter Gabriel. I've definitely thought about him here and there, doing another song, doing more songs from him, man. I've just been really trying to also dive into a lot of new artists that I haven't heard and revisit some old ones that haven't heard in a while. So I'm all over the place, man. But Peter, you're on my mind. You're on my mind. Thank you for the donation request. Let's go ahead and hop in and see what's happening. Here we go. Before we get this one started, man, please, if you've been a part of the channel for a while, you're brand new here, don't forget to like, subscribe, and check out the description if you're enjoying the content I produce, man. Subscribing is free. It definitely helps me, so thank you guys that have hit that button, man. Appreciate it so much. Here we go.
When the night shows, the signals grow on radios. All the strange things, they come and go as early warnings. Stranded starfish have no place to hide, still waiting for the swollen Easter tide. There's no point in direction, we cannot even choose a side. I took the old track, the hollow shoulder across the waters. On the tall cliffs, they were getting older, sons and daughters. The jaded underworld was riding high. Waves of steel hurled metal at the sky. And as the nails sunk in the cloud, the rain was warm and soaked the crowd. Lord, here comes the flood. We will say goodbye to flesh and blood.
Ooh.
If again seas are silent in any still alive, it'll be those who gave their island to survive. Drink up, dreamers, you're running dry.
That piano pierces, man.
When the flood calls, you have no home, you have no walls. In the thunder crash, you're 1,000 minds within a flash. Don't be afraid to cry at what you see. The actor's gone, there's only you and me. if we break before the dawn, they'll use up what we used to be. Lord, here comes the flood. We will say goodbye to flesh and blood. If again the seas are silent in any still alive, it'll be those who gave their island to survive. Drink on, dreamers, you're running dry.
Dang. Well, I don't know what the overproduced version sounds like, but I gotta say, the way the keys just pierce and are a little bit haunting and a little bit mysterious and a little bit somber, man. It really it vibes with what he's saying, if I understand what he's saying. I mean, this sounds like the washing of the earth, the reset. You know, we've kind of abused it all, and a reckoning is coming, and everything will be washed, and those few survivors, hey man, you know, you don't have much left to try to make this right. You're running dry. Good luck. That's what it sounded like to me. But I'm gonna read the rest of this donation request and see, because it looked like she talked about what Peter explains about what in an interview, what it meant to him. So I'm gonna go ahead and read that over and see. So let's see what's up. It says, scroll up. About the song's meaning, maybe you will want to read this after your reaction. I think the song can be interpreted in different ways, but this is what Peter said about what he had in mind when he wrote it. When I wrote this song, I had an obsession with shortwave radio, and I was always amazed as to the way in which the radio signals would become stronger as daylight faded. I felt as if a psychic energy levels would also increase in the night. I had an apocalyptic dream in which the psychic barriers which normally prevent us from seeing into each other's thoughts had been completely eroded, producing a mental flood. Those that had been used to having their innermost thoughts exposed would handle this torrent, and those inclined to concealment would drown in it. From Armadillo Gallo's 1986 biography of Peter Gabriel. So, okay, that's a very different take than what I was thinking about it. But he's just talking about, hey, if everything we had inside us was brought to the surface, okay, we didn't have those barriers anymore, and we could see into what everyone else kind of thought and experienced maybe, you would have those who really have nothing to hide, being able to be peaceful with it. But those who are hiding maybe all this concealment, who handle everything and conceal things, they would pretty much be tormented by this release, is what it sounds like a little bit, is what I'm getting there. So there's the two sides, man. Let me know if any of you also thought this song was about what I thought it was about, because that's the vibes I got from it. But the music, the way he played this and sang it was very good. So I don't, like I said, I don't know what that other version sounded like, but this sounded amazing. This sounded really dope, man. So let's get into a little bit of the history. Here comes the flood. Okay, so we don't have anything right here where we can click on Here Comes the Flood, but I want to learn a little bit about the album. So we got Peter Gabriel. It's off his studio album, Peter Gabriel, from 1977. The label is Charisma at this time, man. So that's when we got that this one was released in August 1974. Gabriel's departure from the progressive rock band Genesis was made public. He had announced the decision to leave the band early into their tour supporting The Lamb Lies Down on Broadway, citing estrangement from other members, the strains on his marriage, and his wish to spend more time with his family. He also wanted to avoid giving the impression of quitting Genesis to run off and do my solo album, and took a break. Genesis drummer Phil Collins, who later replaced Gabriel as the lead vocalist, said the band had known about Gabriel's departure for some time. When they learned that Gabriel was to make a solo album, they sent a telegram wishing him luck. Okay, so I was wondering if he just kind of, skipped the band, but no. So Phil Collins also saying, hey, we knew about this for a while because I was like, man, to leave early in a tour, that'd be rough. But if they knew it was coming for a while, they hopefully had time to prepare for a proper departure, of course. Yeah, I was hoping to get a little bit more dive into that. So that's, at least we got that from Lenore. So thank you so much, Lenore, because this didn't give me any insights. So that helps a lot by providing that information. If we look at the personnel on this album, there are a lot. I mean, there are a lot of people doing a lot of different things. And Peter contributed vocals, keyboards, flute, and recorder throughout this album of 9 tracks, man. But other instrumentation, you've got electric guitar, classic guitar, banjo. Oh man, any more wild instruments on here? Pedal steel. You got the tuba on here, okay. Some more keys, synthesizers, drums, percussion, synthie-bam. I'm not sure what a synthie-bam is. You've got bones on here. This is the first time I've ever seen bones on one, an orchestral arrangements. All right, so yeah, really big sounds on here. Here Comes a Flood. They have strings on Here Comes a Flood. That probably would have sounded pretty beautiful on there from the London Symphony Orchestra as well. Strings accompanying that song probably would have went really beautifully as well. So I don't know. That would have been cool to see. So I might have to go and take a dive into that at some point. All right. Well, thank you guys for tuning in here today. I hope you all enjoyed rocking with me. Thank you so much for this donation request, but thank you so much as well for the background information, because that was nice to dive into and understand his idea on the lyrics that he presented here to us. So that was dope. All right. Hopefully you guys are enjoying the ride here with me, man. If you are, please consider becoming a member here on my YouTube or Patreon for as little as $3. It's a dope way to give back to me in the channel if you're enjoying the content. Don't forget to like, subscribe, check out the descriptions if you're interested in making donation requests of your own. Thank you guys so much, and I'll see you on the next one, man. Peace.